I mean, God, this is awful. Just like here in Florida and North Carolina not long ago, a lot of people lost their homes in California, but due to a different type of disaster, and that is the wildfires. Now, we have had wildfires here in Florida. I've documented some of them right in my backyard, but nothing quite like this. And I figured that we would investigate this a little bit more. So while I was out in California, we decided to deliver a few essentials. We brought some baby diapers, baby wipes, things that a lot of these donation sites were asking for. And we did just that. If you missed that video, be sure to head over to my vlog channel so you can see it. It is amazing. And it was absolutely beautiful seeing people come together the way they were in these communities. I'm super happy that I got to be a part of that. When the wildfires tore through California, I remember feeling completely vulnerable. Everything I had, my home, my belongings, was at risk. But what I didn't think about was the digital aftermath. In moments like that, identity theft is the last thing on your mind. But with so much chaos, your personal information can fall into the wrong hands. Whether you lost documents, exposed data, or scammers preying on people during disasters, is a serious thing. That's why I trust today's sponsor, Aura. Aura monitors billions of data points, including the dark web, and alerts me if my information is at risk. Their financial fraud protection lets me instantly lock my credit file with one tap, and their $1 million identity theft insurance gives me peace of mind when everything else feels uncertain. Stop leaving yourself vulnerable to data breaches and brokers. Go to today's sponsor, aura.com/Omar, to get a 14-day free trial and see if your data has been exposed. Aura just launched their new Are You Smarter Than a Scammer quiz. You can take that quiz right here, right now. Links will be down in the description. Let's get back to the video. After we made our delivery, and mind you, it was a 4-hour trip from Las Vegas, we decided to investigate some of the neighborhoods being affected. Mind you, these fires were still going on. This is about a week and a half ago. There's still some fires going on till this day. It's been almost a month that people have not been able to return to their homes.
And after that, you're able to just go right in.
But why can't I just go now?
That's just my order, sir.
How long is the orange pass thing?
I got to. I'm not sure if there's an expiration date or anything.
No, but there's a line.
I fully understand that, sir, but there's rules and protocols we got to follow.
So it's January 27th.
Yes, sir.
I haven't been able to get to my house.
Yes, sir.
For 20 days.
I fully understand that.
And it's right down there. It's about 1 minute over there.
Yes, sir.
And here's my address.
Yeah, I fully understand that.
So you want me to go wait in line for 2 hours?
Sir,
that's what they're told. That's what we're told to advise, sir. You have to go down to where he's telling you, to zone 3, and then you get the pass. Once you get the pass, you're able to come up.
But there's like a mile wait to get into zone 3.
I understand, because there's all the people that are trying to get the passes. But that's what in order for you to get by, past this checkpoint, you need to get that pass.
Right, but President Trump and Mayor Bass said that we could go.
Trust me, I understand. I'm just telling you what we were advised by our command post. They're telling you the same thing. They were advised by their command post.
I'm not giving you guys a hard time.
No, I know.
I appreciate your service.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. We greatly appreciate it, but that's unfortunately one of the things that you have to do.
Okay.
Is go get a pass.
So I'm back, and it's now January 27th at 9:50 in the morning, and I have to go wait in a multi-hour, probably 5-hour line to get a pass to go to my house.
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your service.
I wish you the best, okay?
Thank you. My house is about 1 minute ahead.
It's kind of heartbreaking. I mean, these people lost everything, and they just want to go back and see if there's anything to recover, and they're being denied access to their own properties that they pay for, they pay taxes on. In this video, I'm going to do a drive around with a little bit of voiceover commentary, showing you some of the areas that were affected. And at one point, I even get out of my car and I show you a couple of homes that were damaged. Make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. Say a prayer to not only my California people that lost their homes, but even some of the people in North Carolina and here in Florida that lost their homes as well, because a lot of them, those people got kind of put on the back burner as well. Hopefully they get some help soon. So this is Altadena, and this is immediately after we did our delivery of all our essential goods. Mind you, we had just driven all the way from Las Vegas. I was kind of afraid that in case that they had ran out of things in Los Angeles, I could be a good distance away and get some goods like water, diapers, things like that. Because the way the media kind of made this look as if there was ultimately none of that. So this is us arriving in Altadena, and you can see that for one, there is no electricity to any of these houses. And for two, there's certain parts of this neighborhood to the right here that are completely blocked off by police and military. And I don't know, at first glance, like what the media says and what the media said when all this was happening is that they were trying to protect this neighborhood from looting. Now, what is wrong with this picture? And I'm no conspiracy theorist, okay? If you look to the left of us, these are also homes that were affected by the wildfires. I'm going to go in a second and park, and you're going to see that some houses on the left to us, there's some houses that are completely destroyed, and I'll get to that here in a second. But this is cops, military vehicles. There were some really nice people that were stopping for some of the police officers and military personnel and handing them waters and food, and I thought that was really nice. If we had still had some of our goods from our delivery, I would have probably done the same thing. In fact, there was a couple times where we got really close to these military officials, and some of them approached us with their guns as if we were a threat, and we were completely unarmed. You can see that Hummer right there to the right of us. I mean, this was crazy. Like, why were they blocking these roads off the way they were, especially with military personnel with huge assault rifles? I mean, this is not to protect against looting. And you can see even this neighborhood right here, very, very nice neighborhood, just like the one that we passed. And none of this was being protected by the military or the police. Now, I mean, yeah, look, no electricity. There's no cars. In fact, the cars that we saw on the side of the road had seemed like maybe some of them experienced some damage, and maybe they were abandoned. Not 100% sure about that, but I know that I did see quite a few abandoned cars that were damaged. And these are homes still in that neighborhood, and it seemed like there were some lights on. I don't know if maybe it's because some people have solar in this neighborhood, but there were definitely some people that were perhaps maybe evacuated, and they just didn't heed those evacuation warnings, and they stayed in their homes. Now, one thing I do want to show you here in a second too is when we got into some of these neighborhoods, there were piles of brush on the side of the road. Now, I'm not sure what was going on here. I think we were being followed at one point too. Okay, here's all the brush that I was telling you about, that they were just so scared of having any of this dry brush in their yard that they put it in the front of their lawns, hoping that maybe some of the county or city officials will come and scoop it up. That's not even the worst of it right there. You will see quite a bit here in a second. It's garbage cans out by the roads, maybe with a lot of that brush too. Check it out. Yeah, tons of brush on the side of the road. And I thought that was a little strange that it was just sitting there. And you can see like the house to the left right there, tons of loose brush. And that's probably from a lot of the winds too. I mean, what they were experiencing here in this area, and you can see right across the street, same thing. All those homes completely blocked off with yellow tape, tons of cops, tons of military personnel blocking the roads, not letting people to their properties. I think these areas were mandatory evacuations. In fact, if you didn't evacuate, they were going to arrest you. I mean, I'm not sure how California does things when it comes to evacuations. Here in Florida, you're free to stay in your homes when they have mandatory evacuations. The only caveat is that if something happens, your road gets flooded or whatever, like, you're on your own. You're not getting rescued, which, I don't know. I'm not 100%, but look, I was trying to find a way around when I was driving here, and we're still in Altadena. And I mean, you could see there's, oh, this guy right here. Look at it. This is the guy that approached us with his rifle. I'm like, bro, I'm just a civilian. Like, he started walking towards us. Look at these military vehicles. I mean, these are not protecting against looters. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't think so. Like, what are they doing? I think in this particular neighborhood right here in Altadena, the fires came and gone. I mean, there was still maybe some going on in the hills, but, it's like they were hiding something here. And I'm going to share with you something crazy here in a second that my friend Drew, he's actually in the car with us right now. And yeah, the only reason why we can't hear the audio from what was going on in the car as we were driving, because we had some pretty good commentary as we were driving. But when I went back to check this footage, there was no audio, and that was 100% my fault. I did not know. I was using my iPhone to record most of this. I had it mounted to, look at the cops, man. They're just chilling. What y'all doing? So yeah, the reason why my audio was not working was because I had my phone hooked up to the Bluetooth on the, I was using the maps. But yeah, look at these guys. They're blocking everything off, and you could see that there was a news truck there behind us. I mean, and on the maps, it actually showed, maybe I'll show it here in a second what it looks like, but you can see where every checkpoint was. Oh, and then this cop right in front of us put his brights on, almost like warning us, hey, don't come this way. I mean, I didn't have my brights on. I mean, they were really, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were pissed. I think this is where they approached us with a gun. And we were like, you know what? We're going to just pull up to this random house because I don't want no heat today, man. I'm just trying to document some stuff. You know what I mean? You guys can stay guarding your little area there that they're telling you to patrol. So, usually when I pull up to a house, I turn my lights off. But, I mean, I was pretty nervous at this point, and I didn't know if maybe that house was evacuated anyways. Because, I mean, yeah, a lot of houses, even in the neighborhood that I'm in right now that's not blocked off, there were quite a few houses that were burned up, like 100% burned up. And I think one of the reasons why we still don't know what's going on with these fires is because I think there was some mistakes made, and I'm going to share with you what happened. So yeah, this is some of the checkpoints right here. They're just turning away people that are showing their driver's license, like, hey, look, like I live here, and they're coming up to their cars and saying, hey, you can't go in here. Yeah, I know your house is back there, but no, you're not coming in. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to share, because I know there's a lot of you like wondering, like, hey, what started these fires? What led to these fires happening? And some of us have our own assumptions, our own answers. I mean, we haven't been given a straight answer as to how these things started in the first place. Well, I have a little bit of video evidence as to what started these fires, and I'm going to share that in a little bit. And you can see we're in another part of a neighborhood that has electricity, by the way. Like, we actually have electricity here, and we have a lot of brush on the side of the road. And there are areas, and they're all connected, and they're all blocked off. They're all areas, I think, that are connected to the hills. Like, if you look at the map, all these checkpoints look like they're all backed in, like it's almost backed up to the mountains. So I think that's where a lot of these fires started, is in the mountain areas. And here where we're at right now, there's electricity on, which is great. So it was only like maybe half of the city that didn't have electricity. So I'm going to pull up to another street right here to see if there's any more checkpoints, see if there's any blocking going on. Tons of debris still on the side of the roads, like I showed you. This neighborhood, I mean, look, people are outside still cleaning stuff up, putting out in front of the road there, because, here's the thing with all this debris. If a little ember gets on a pile like that, I mean, your house can go up in flames. I mean, that's probably what caused a lot of these houses to go up in flames, is some of this old trees, old leaves that are real dry, getting an ember, and then, you got all that touching the house. So, I mean, it was very smart of the homeowners that did this and put that brush on the side of the road like that. I mean, honestly, though, I mean, that's a lot of brush. I mean, all you got to do is go up with a lighter to some of that brush, and I mean, you would just start a fire right there in the front yard. I mean, tons of it. But look, more military vehicles. And, oh, this is the guy that started approaching us right here. See that? He, he started, like, coming towards us with his assault rifle. Like, what are they... Like, you said, like, some looters are going to be going in that neighborhood anyways. I mean, if you just had a couple cops, like, think about all the money that was wasted having all these military showing up in this area. I mean, hey, I'm all for protecting our houses, protecting our neighborhoods, but I don't know. This was kind of overkill, in my opinion. Just have a couple cops in some certain areas patrolling the perimeter. That's all you really need. I mean, like, there was cops, tons of cops. I'll tell you what, if I wanted to rob a bank or rob a house across the street, you can see a cop right there to the left of me. There was tons of cops. But, I mean, this would have been the night to rob the liquor store or rob a bank because all the cops were here. They were all there. All the military personnel, they were there. And here you go, right here. More cops. And they're blocking every bit of area that leads to this area. Any little nook and cranny that goes to this area on the map was all protected by cops and military. I mean, look at this. Tons of military, and they're armed. This is a huge stretch of land with tons of military presence just blocking that area. I mean, they yellow taped almost like the entire city. I mean, I'm driving around a hot minute. Every single street, every single little alleyway. I mean, everything was all blocked off by cops and military. I mean, hopefully this video makes more sense as to what is going on and what was going on, because it is insane. Now, I have not seen what this part of California and Altadena look like at the moment, but I mean, you could see it's just tons of cops and military. Just, it's, wow. It's just overkill. I don't think, you could see it when I looked down that road. There was no fires going on. It looked like it was completely safe. Like, what are they doing? I don't know. It just doesn't make much sense. More cops. How much do you think this costs, this area of California, in tax dollars? I mean, just for this one particular night, to have all the military there, to have all the police there, what do you think that costs? I'm really curious. Let me know here down in the comments below. You can see a cop just passed to the left of me. I mean, all the cars that are driving next to me or behind me, in front of me, they're all cops. And I think this was a cop that was following us, and then they pulled up, beside us there. I'm thinking they were kind of escorting us out of the area because, maybe they weren't trying to make it blatantly obvious that they were following us. And that's why they pulled out in front of us. So, yeah, I don't know. Everywhere you go, there's just tons of police officers and military just blocking the roads. No fires going on. I mean, I don't see any fires. Look down this road there. No fires there. As I was driving, I saw this house, and there was tons of stuff outside of it, and I wanted to get a closer look. And this is where I get out and show you what's going on. And I think there's quite a few houses on this road too that were destroyed in the fires. And, look, there's nobody guarding these houses. Look at this house right in front of me, completely demolished by the fire. Let's get a closer look. How's that mask?
Good.
Hey, subscribe to Drew, man. California picking. Bro, look at this house. There's a couple houses. Wonder how many other ones. That's fresh. Oh, look, they have a GoFundMe. If you guys want to donate to this family that lost their house, you could do so. This is a donation drop-off. I've seen people online talking about stuff like this where people have been leaving, like, for the most part, decent stuff, but some people leaving junk too.
Stop by to take photos and videos. Stop by to help and donate.
All right, so hey, true story, our van was completely packed with stuff that we donated. diapers, wipes, dog food, cat food, water, garbage bags, masks, tons of stuff. If I would have known about this place, I would have dropped some stuff off too. But unfortunately, I live in another state. I mean, I can't really donate things that... This looks like a bunch of used stuff.
It's pretty good stuff, though.
I mean, it is good. There is some good stuff. It's name brand. Like, look, they got some Converse. No more clothes donations.
Since Altadena is not just a city, it's a community.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Seems like a really good community of people.
Yeah. Look, strollers,
Strollers.
pet stuff, child seats.
Look, they even... Oh, bro, look, all this.
Yeah.
Tons
Wow,
of stuff.
Wow.
Big shout out to the homeowner
Yeah.
here that allowed people to come and drop off things here. I mean, look, they got a thing of waters there. Like, this is great. Look, bro, this... Like, what's going on over there? I mean, you're my greatest conspiracy friend. Like, are they really blocking that off for looters?
For looters. We think so.
I mean, I think yes, and I think there's other motives. I don't know. You let me know here in the comments. But no matter what, our men and women that are doing this, you know, shout out to them, risking their lives, being out here. They don't get a phone either. They're literally just chilling with
Sitting
assault
there,
rifles.
yeah. They're not reading a book.
No.
Just sitting in a chair. Oh yeah, you can smell it out here.
Yeah. Don't take the mask off. So the air quality is not the greatest out here in Southern California. My friend Drew's been sleeping with an air purifier. That's one thing that if you want to donate something in person, I did mention in my last video, probably one of the best things to come bring in person if you can afford a couple is some air purifiers, because people are suffering here. I mean, you know what, also think about that, people with asthma having asthma attacks from all the smoke inhalation. I mean, this is awful. Man, like that was someone's... Is this two homes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Two homes.
Now, how did these catch on fire? And is that one?
That one's gone.
Oh, that one's gone too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Let me see over there. Why are they blocking those off over there? Is it because of the electricity?
I think that could be, or
Yeah.
they just think that there's too much to steal over there. There's nothing to steal over
Yeah, this
here.
house is completely gone. Okay, there we go. Got a little bit of light. Oh man, they got like their Christmas decorations up. That's sad. I like what that family did across the street. They put their GoFundMe, and I think they put their Cash App or something out there. Well, please say a prayer for the people of this community that they can rebuild and rebuild fast. My God. So this is my buddy Drew, and he came with me for this drive. I figured he could kind of help me out because he lives in the area and he knows the area a little bit better than I do. As I was filming this part of the video, I believe this was just kind of like an introduction part of this video. I was filming it with my iPhone, and like I said, my Bluetooth was on and connected to the car. So there is no audio whatsoever, which kind of stinks because he was laying down some pretty good information here in the video and throughout this video. One thing I do want to share, because he shared with me this video, and you know, if you have a chance, go follow him. He has a really cool channel. It's called California Pickin'. But he shared with me this video, and wow, that's all I have to say. Check this out.
Look, this is one of those things you wouldn't believe it unless you saw it. I was just walking up the street, and somebody had disguised a fire hydrant with a bunch of brush. Look at this. I can't believe this is what I'm looking at. Look, it's put there on purpose to cover this up so that nobody can see it. What the hell is that all about? these people, man. Unit over here for UCLA, and somebody's covered up the fire hydrant right there so the fire department couldn't see it. What is going on, people?
So that video that I just shared with you was on my friend Drew's channel, and he lives in Los Angeles. This was, I think, right by UCLA, and they had covered up the fire hydrants, like they were hiding them. If the fire department came and wanted to put out a fire, they wouldn't be able to find these because they were hidden. What in the world and why was this done? Was this intentional? I know it kind of pissed him off. And one of the things I asked him too was like, hey, the media is saying that your fire hydrants are empty. Is that true? And he said, yes. And some of the parts where the fires were really, really bad, those water hydrants or fire hydrants were empty because they were rerouting the water to the Pacific Ocean to save some species of fish or what have you. The ones here in Los Angeles, in the main part of Los Angeles, they do have water. So if fires were to happen, I mean, this city would just go up in flames if people are doing stuff like this. Pretty crazy stuff. Now, today while scrolling on X, I found another video that kind of left me scratching my head, but it made the most sense as to what was causing the fires. I mean, we know that some arsonists are responsible. We know that the Santa Ana winds are somewhat responsible, but do we have a straight answer? Well, check this video out.
This gas station is right on the corner of Altadena and New York in Pasadena. I talked to the manager and the general manager. They tell me they wanted to release this video because they want to help their community get answers. Now, the video was captured on January 7th on the gas station surveillance cameras that face north. So we're going to pan our camera to show you the area that those cameras captured. It faces north toward the hillside in the mountains where you can see there is a lot of power infrastructure. All right, let's get to the video. It begins showing how powerful the gusts were that night. Trees and bushes are blowing in the wind. Then Edelson PC, who is in court right now asking for the physical evidence to be preserved, says you can see electrical arcs and sparking on the hillside above Altadena, and then sparks allegedly falling to the ground. About 10 minutes later in that video, the entire hillside is engulfed in flames. Since before this new video was released, SoCal Edison has insisted in court that Pasadena also owns high voltage lines around the area where the fire started.
Okay, so after watching that video, honestly, it makes the most sense. It's not 100%, but I mean, that video does show that there was some electricity problems, and you factor in the winds and the dryness in the area, probably makes the most sense as to what started these fires. Can there be more to it? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, just look at the military presence that showed up, and some of them are still out there keeping people from their homes. Is it because they're hiding something? I don't know. Our fam just bought this car right here. I'm just kidding. I used to have a car like that though. It is 3:45 in the morning, 6:45 my time. Cannot believe I drove from Vegas to LA, back to Vegas, did everything that we did today. It was fun. Make sure you watch my video that I uploaded right before this one. It has a little bit of farm stuff included, as well as us getting some goods together and delivering them. I'm gonna upload probably a couple more videos on this subject. If you have any ideas for some content, let me know here in the comments. Make sure you subscribed also to my Hard Rock Omar channel, because it is awesome. I upload slot machine videos if you're into slot machine play, and I kind of learned some new tricks from a friend of mine. And not gonna lie, some of the money that I made helped fund this trip. But anyways, big shout out to everybody involved in this movement, including you for watching this video. Gotta go for now before we leave. Give me a kiss.